Hello, Motoheads, and welcome to some more high-speed action. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the lobby all set up and all this other good stuff. Bear with me. Be right back. The tracks will be on the thumbnail. Thank you for showing up. Hello, Motoheads, and welcome to some more high-speed action. Excuse me. Forgot to hit the mute button on that one. All right, Motoheads. We are here at A1. And the thumbnail exposes which tracks we are using this week. We're going to start here with one moto at Anaheim 1. One of my favorite tracks. And then the second moto is going to be an outdoor race. That is going to be the 2025 Redbud National. Any motoheads paying attention to this right now? You are the first ones to know the tracks. So go ahead and burn some laps in real quick. We're going to be sending some invites here out. Let's see, what time is it now? We're going to be sending invites out in about 16, 17 minutes or something like that. Probably send out the invites about a minute or two early, see who's paying attention. And this should be a fantastic morning of racing, Motoheads. And we can get some bench racing in today as well. It's IRL Supercross racing in Birmingham, Alabama. This is going to be an east-west shootout, so that makes things really interesting. Lots of stuff to talk about. I'm hoping Cole Davies gets the victory today, and I'm also rooting on Levi Kitchen. As most of you motoheads might know, I have what is called Deegan derangement syndrome. Okay, we're going to take a quick pause. I'm going to pour my coffee. I just got my French press filled up with boiling water. It's decaf, but hey, it still tastes good. And we're going to start this morning live stream, this Saturday morning Moto Club live stream, with a little bit of Java. Hopefully, you guys are doing the same. We've already got 5 Moto heads in the chat this morning. Thank you very much for showing up. We're going to be sending invites out in about, 15, 10 minutes, something like that. And as you can see, the tracks in the thumbnail, it's going to be A1 for Supercross and Red Bud for Outdoor Motocross. Big shout out and good morning to my teammate Blades Friday on the Stronghold Honda. Blades, thank you for showing up. Appreciate you jumping in the chat and leaving a comment. Good stuff, 100%. Let's go. We also got a comment in the chat. One word, 3 explanation points. Tomac. Leave a comment if you agree with that explanation statement. I agree with it. All right, Motoheads, we're probably going to be sending out the invite to this event a little bit early this morning. Not that we're going to start the race any earlier this morning. We got the artist in the chat. Good morning, artist. Hopefully you are creating some beautiful artwork this morning. Something appealing and fitting for the cover of a Cannibal Corpse album. If not, maybe a pretty daisy. So I'm thinking about starting this invite a little bit early this morning, getting you guys in here so we're not just looking at this empty track. If you guys are going to be okay with that, let me know. So X-Ray wants to know if there's any fellow British people racing here. He said this afternoon. We know better than that. It's still morning time over here on this side of the pond. And by the way, we drive on the right side of the road with our steering wheel on the left side of our vehicle. And that way we get basal cells removed from the left side of our head, where in England, they have all their skin cancer on the right side of their head. Just a little bit of fun science this morning, Motoheads. All right, I just sent out the first invite for the Roosters class here this morning, Motoheads. So we'll get some guys in here circulating the track for you. Real fans always go to practice. Look at all these guys already joining. Very cool. Let's see how many people we already have here in the mix. Eight Motoheads already on the track. 9 Motoheads. We got the hazardous Mr. Hizzle. 10 Motoheads. This is going to be good stuff. So we're looking at Blue Crew right now. He is the newest member of the Stronghold Honda squad. Oh, that was brutal. I think somebody just got injured before the race even is starting. We do have another class here. This is a 2-class format. And I will go ahead and add Drips to the other class. So his invite won't be out until about 11:40. If you could let him know that. Maybe he's watching, maybe he knows. Okay, so I just added Drips to the Alpha Bird class, or so I think I did. It might have been the wrong Drips. Please leave a comment. Let me know if he got added to that class. Thank you very much. Okay, we got Speedrunner in here. Speedrunner's no joke. He's going to be a contender for the win here in the Rooster class. He got added. Thank you very much for the comment. Appreciate it very much, X-Ray. Grungy number 160. Becoming a legend. Love racing this guy here. I'm thinking this guy might not need an introduction. Bob Hizzle running the 808. All right, Motohead. So we got the East-West shootout in Birmingham, Alabama today. What's your predictions? Who's going to win the East-West shootout? My brain thinks it's going to be Hayden Deegan. But with my heart, I'm going with Cole Davies. Also rooting on Levi Kitchen. Now, I do have what's called Deegan derangement syndrome. Is that Logs talking, Logan? Yeah, that's Logs. What was the comment again here? Yeah, there's space for you, Logs. I thought you were in the group. Let me send you an invite. I think I just caught the artist making out with Bob Hizzle. Did you guys see that? All right, Logs, I think I added you to the group and sent out another invite. We're going to be starting this thing in about 5 minutes. These are 12-minute motos. To answer that question in the chat. All right, let's see how many riders we have so far here. Looks like we got a clean, even dozen riders in here. So after this class is complete, we're going to do another class. Both classes are 12-minute motos, correct. And the same tracks for each classes as well. All right, Motoheads, we got about 1.5 minutes before this thing kicks off. This is going to be awesome. And nobody's leaving any comments on the real racing going on today in Birmingham. Motoheads, do we not have any Supercross fans in the chat? As I was saying earlier, I have Deegan derangement syndrome. So the hazardous Mr. Hizzle has been known to refer to me as Rosie. Blade's got Deegan and Tomac. Pretty good bets right there. Yeah, Bob Hizzle calls me Rosie like I'm Rosie O'Donnell. Kickstart Kenny. You can never count him out. Absolutely. All right, Motoheads, we are getting to fire this thing off. I'm going to send out the invite. Or I'm sorry, I'm going to start the lobby, and then I'm going to send out one more invite. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Okay, we got SMG saying that it's also going to be Deegan and Tomac. You guys are betting on the favorites. All right, it's time to get this thing going, Motoheads. Let's do it. And it looks like we're going to have a pretty full gate here, Motoheads. Very, very cool. Very stoked about that. Very happy that so many riders have showed up to this just on the second week here. All right, so Blades for a wild card pick at Birmingham, Alabama, is going to be Justin Bogle. I believe to still be number 19, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Motoheads, time to get serious here in Southern California. Luckily, no rain in this primitive Stone Age baseball stadium. Oh, this is going to be good. We've got 15 dudes on the gate. I love it. I'm not seeing the logs up there. I thought I added them. Oh, there he is. Nice. Thank you for showing up, Logs. Appreciate it. Logs, always a gentleman with his British cup of tea. And I'm about to pour myself some coffee as this thing's getting going. All right, Motoheads, they got their game faces on. The gate is down. And it looks like Blades Friday got the whole shot. But out front right now is Grungy. And in second place is Blades. We're going to have a good two-man battle out front here, it looks like. First thing out of the gate, Motoheads. This track is a long one. And they're about to go over the finish line for the first time, and that green flag is waving. Back in third place here, we've got the Blue Crew. Let's go, Blue Crew. He's riding that Stronghold Honda, giving the team a second run. And then behind the Blue Crew, we've got Money Melton, number 17. In fifth place, the artist, number 555. And the hazardous Mr. Hizzle, your red plate holder, your points leader, is running in a strong sixth place, making a move, coming up short. That looked like it hurt his belly button a little bit to me. And he lost a position just when I thought he was going to gain one. Bob is dropping to the bottom of the leaderboard like a lead sinker in a swimming pool here. Kind of hard to watch. All right, the artist now back into ninth. He was doing so good at the beginning of this. In 10th place, we got Creeps Points. And in 11th, we got Twan in 11th, number 74, looking pretty sharp. Logs running in 12th. In 13th, we've got, oh man, it's been so long since I've seen him here. Very cool to see him back. We got Sean here. And then in 14th place, we got SMG. Let's see what's going on out front. Grungy, number 160, still out front, and he is pulling it out. He's got a 3.5, 4 second lead here. Grungy knows this track. Blades, my teammate, in second place, holding it down. Oh, we got, what's his name? FaZe Oxter, something like that. We're going to just call him FaZe. FaZe running in third place, holding it down. Oh, and he just goes off the track. And that allows this whole group of riders. Moto Sensei going off the track as well. Bunny Melton up into fourth. And he's going to try to put the pressure on FaZe here. The hazardous Mr. Hizzle making all kinds of passes. Putting him up into fourth. Keeping his championship hopes alive. Trying to hold on to that red plate. Bob Hizzle on fire. He just moved up to third place. Around FaZe. FaZe doesn't like it. He's going to try to get that place back, obviously. I don't know what Bob Hizzle is eating on these Saturday mornings. Maybe it's just too early to drink beer. I don't know what it is, but he is killing it on Saturday mornings. Bunny Melton duking it out here for that fifth place spot with the artist. Oh, the artist hitting the hay bale. All right, so Bob Hizzle in that third place, and he's still 11 seconds out of the lead. Blades Friday, number 777, just killing it. It's all about this guy right now. Number 160. Just dominating this moto so far. We're only halfway through. There's still 6.5 minutes left in this race. So anything can happen. But this guy's 7-8 seconds out in the lead. Making it look easy. Hitting all his marks. Blades Friday not doing well in that rhythm section. That's the rhythm section that kind of separates the men from the boys here in Anaheim. And Blades has some company. The hazardous Mr. Hizzle worked his way all the way up into third. Now pressuring his teammate Blades for second place. This should be interesting to see how this pans out here, Motoheads. Leave a comment. What do you think is going to happen? Can the hazardous Mr. Hizzle get around Blades Friday? Clearing that tricky triple jump there. But it looks like Blades Friday is pulling away from Bob just a tad. This is a lonely position. Fourth place. We got number 28, Phase. Bob to the top, says X-Ray. We will see. The artist in fifth. Not many battles on the track right now with 5 minutes left. Bunny Melton making some minor mistakes in that big long rhythm. Here comes the Blue Crew in seventh. Doing a better job there. Trying to work his way forward. We still got 14 riders left in here, including number 19. Speaking of number 19, somebody was saying Justin Bogle for the wild card. Moto Sensei. And then in ninth, we got Mushy. Mushy returning to the league. I already took him out of the points. I'll have to do some research and figure out where he was and how many points he had. This is round 15 of I believe to be a 16 race. This is the second to the last race here, Motoheads. Swan running in 10th. Sean in 11th. Riding from Australia. I believe it to be like 2 a.m. where he is at. And Sean is now duking it out with Cybertwan for that top 10 spot. Logs in 12th. Creepsoint in 13th. And Bob Hizzle now in that second place position. Still 9 seconds out of the lead, but second place, working his way all the way up to that and getting around this guy right here. That's impressive. Bob Hizzle is on fire, on rails, locked in the pocket, etc., etc. All of those positive racing terminologies with Blades Friday trying to keep him in sight. These guys are teammates. It's good to see two Stronghold Honda riders in the top three. All right, Blades getting around Lapper. In first is going to be Grungy, number 160, riding his Suzuki. Putting in a lot of work on the practice track lately. I always see Grungy out there. Big shout out to Fankster in the chat. Fankster hopefully will be racing in the next class in the Alpha Birds. Unless he might have a synchronized swimming competition at his junior high school. He is the captain of that team. All the other kids rely on. And I think he just might have just left the chat there, Motoheads, I'm not sure. Okay, so now Fankster's still in the chat. Can't wait to see that guy out on the track here in a little bit. We got a minute and a half left in this first moto of the Roosters class. Grungy lapping up to 12th place right now, getting by Twan. Oh boy, look at this, Motoheads. We got a battle for second place. We got Blades Friday pulling his way back around Bob Hizzle. Oh boy, they're going to go bar to bar over the triple. Bob Hizzle now doing the 3-5-2. As this clock winds down, this is where the battle is in this moto for second. All right, so Bob Hizzle kind of known to give in to the pressure here. Let's see if he folds like a cheap card table. They're going bar to bar over the finish line. Both of them blitzing into the whoops. This is an insane battle right here. Both of these guys are my teammates. Making a little contact, giving a little love tap to Bob there. Could the Hizzler turn into the Hizzled here? Blades Friday, I feel like he has Bob Hizzle in some crosshairs. Bob Hizzle not caving into the pressure. Wade's going to the outside there, just totally casing and ruining that section. That's going to give Bob Hizzle that second place spot. It ended up being Blades to be the one who folded like a cheap card table. Meanwhile, Bob Hizzle running a 102.31, getting the white flag. Faster lap time than the guy out front, Grungy, who is now on his last lap, getting ready to ride this bike home for the win. Bob Hizzle's going to finish in second, it looks like. Blades Friday settling for third. And then we got Money Melton holding down fourth. All these riders are pretty spread out now. Uh-oh, we got a lapper in the mix. Messing up Bob Hizzle's rhythm there. But these guys are racing for position. That's Logs and Cybertron. And we got Grungy. He's about to get the checkers. Neck burn for Grungy. Bob Hizzle. He's going to try to hold on to that red plate. All right, Bob Hizzle finishing in second place. In third place, Blades Friday, 2 out of 3 on the podium, being Stronghold Honda. Money Melton, number 17 in fourth. We got the Artist in fifth. Moto Sensei bringing it home in sixth place. FaZe in seventh. Blue Crew in eighth. Bushy in ninth place. Number 314. Sean rounding out the top 10 here in Anaheim. Let's see if he can make it to the finish line before this clock expires. It doesn't look like he's going to. In 11th place, we got Logs. We're about to see the results here, Moto heads. All right, there are your results for Moto number 1. Okay, Moto heads, don't go anywhere. We've got the second moto coming up right here, and this is going to be an outdoor moto. It's going to be at Redbud. Oh, there's only one D in Redbud, my bad. Or 2, I guess. I put 3 in the thumbnail there. It's a medical condition that I suffer from called illiteracy. All right, Moto heads, it's time. Let's take this outside. We are at Redbud for Moto 2 of the Rooster class here at the Saturday Morning Moto Club. I thank all the racers for showing up. I thank all the viewers for showing up in the chat. Let's get this chat blowing up, Moto heads. I won't be happy until there's at least 30 viewers in the chat, hopefully by the end of this 8-week championship series. We can build up the participation and the views here. We got a full gate this second moto. Somebody's in here on a 250. All right, fair enough. Not sure if that's going to be a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke. All these racers being very attentive as they pick out their gate pick. They don't want to get a bad one. All right, Moto heads, it's time to get serious. They've got their game faces on. Here at Redbud, it's a 4-stroke. The gate is down. All right, it's between Blades Friday, but it looks like Super Sandy may have gotten the whole shot. Blades gets around him. They're bar to bar on the downhill jump. All right, Blades Friday going in the same route as Sandy there. What a battle we got already out front here at Redbud. This is good stuff. Blades Friday hugging the inside. All right, we got double digits in the chat. Thank you to all you Motoheads for showing up to watch this live stream. All right, Blades Friday. We're getting a little bit glitchy in here. Oh, Blades Friday making a small mistake. And Sandy stretches out that lead. In third place, we got FaZe. In fourth, Money Melton. Okay, Sandy leading him over the first lap. The green flag is waving. Blades Friday riding very consistent, looking very smooth. Okay, this turn right here is kind of tricky. Blades Friday sticking to the inside. Sandy off the track. Kind of saw that coming. He was carrying a lot of speed into that turn. This is not the Redbud 24 track. So it still says Blades is in second place, but clearly he is out front. Somebody pulled off the track, and it's kind of messing up timing and scoring. So just subtract one number from what you see there. Super Sandy now back in third after running up off the track through that turn. And number 941, you can just tell by his posture, he is not happy about it. He's got his elbows up. He's got his eyebrows furred, if that's a thing. And Sandy makes the pass and back up into second place. And that's going to leave FaZe, number 26 here, back into third. Does that say 26 or 28? Number 28 here, back into third. Oh, we got all kinds of silly stuff going on here. All right, Blades Friday out front. He's got a 5-second lead going over the finish line jump. More like a 3.5-second lead. Sandy in second place still. He can still see Blades up there. He's trying to run him down. This is a game of fox and hound right here. And then you got FaZe. FaZe coming together with Sandy a little bit there, and FaZe is off the track. Moto Sensei now in second. Number 19. And Sandy now pushed back to fourth. We got a dozen Moto heads in the chat. I know I keep repeating myself, but thank you for showing up. We got a crazy three-man battle here for second place. This glitchy stuff is hard to watch. All these guys, one step below Blades Friday here in the outdoor motocross. And I'm interested. Oh no, Sandy off the track. We got MX Barry in the chat. Thank you for showing up, MX Barry. Thank you for the kind words. All right, we got to find Bob Hizzle. In sixth place, it's Mushy. In seventh, we got Grungy. Grungy, the first Moto winner, by the way. The Blue Crew running in eighth. Logs now running in eighth. There he is. There's my man, the hazardous Mr. Hizzle. Coming in hot. He's running back in ninth. He's looking to make some moves. Can Bob Hizzle get around Logs? Bob Hizzle to the outside, not the line I use. All right, we'll come back to Bob's status. In 10th place, we got the artist number 555. And then the Blue Crew right behind him, number 707. The artist gets reset. That's going to put the Blue Crew up into the top 10 here. All right, we got Cybertron running in 12th, the very lonely 12th. In 13th, we got Sean. In 14th, SMG. He looked like he was about to crash. And then in 11th, we've got Tom, and I think he's on the 250. Meanwhile, out front, it's all about this guy. 11 seconds in front of second place. Blades Friday. Just really beating the brakes off these boys. FaZe in second place. But if this was a fist fight, this guy would be standing up still. Let's just put it that way. Super Sandy running in third. Kind of a lonely third. And then we got a battle back here. This is going to be the battle for fourth between Money Melton and Moto Sensei. Number 19 versus number 17. Money Melton going to the outside around the hump. Gets better drive right on the rear knobby of Moto Sensei. They're bar to bar, and Money Melton makes the pass. Can he make it stick? And as they are fighting over fourth, they have caught third place here. Right in front of Money Melton is Sandy. So we got a three-rider battle for the podium position here, Motoheads. Good stuff. 4 minutes left in this race. And I accidentally ran this race at nighttime. That was not my intention. All right, Money Melton holding down fourth. Sandy in third. Blades Friday still out front. He's still got a 10-second lead. A lot of confidence here in this guy. Okay, and here's that 250 out here. Not positive why he rode a 250 in this one, but props to him. Big respect. SMG, this is an old man here, Motoheads. So give him some respect. I believe he's like 110 years old, something like that. I believe he was in the military. I'm not sure which war. The uniforms look different back when he was in. He wore either blue or gray. We got Sean in 13th place. Number 59. We haven't seen him out here in a while. He's rocking that Stronghold Honda as well. Thank you, Sean, for staying up so late to do this. In 12th is Cybertron. Blue Crew in 11th. The Artist in 10th. Logs in 9th. Bob Hizzle going off the track in 8th place. Bob needs to make a couple more passes here if he wants to hold on to that red plate. Bushy is killing it in 7th place. And here's Grungy in 6th. So Grungy's going to have a win and a 6th place, it looks like. It's kind of complicated to figure out the overall when I got to run another class. So stick around to the end of this live stream. I'm actually going to figure out both overalls before we're done here today. Moto Sensei in 5th. He can see 4th place right in front of him. That's Super Sandy. Good battle shaping up between these two. And then Money Melton doing a fantastic job in 3rd. FaZe in 2nd. And I can't say enough about this guy, Blades Friday. He's running a 1:34 lap time. 2nd place is 2 seconds slower than that. Oh, we got a good lap time here from Money Melton. So he could quite possibly reel in 2nd place and get by him. We will see. Super Sandy ain't letting it go. He's got a hook into Moto Sensei. Oh, wait, I take it back. Moto Sensei in 5th. Sandy's got a hook into Money Melton. And Moto Sensei has a hook into Sandy. These guys all racing for 3rd place. Blades Friday, he's about to get the white flag. Let's go ahead and watch him go over to Rocco's leap. He keeps it low over that jump. That's a tricky jump. This whole section's pretty tricky. All right, over LaRocco's leap. And he's getting ready to lap the 250 rider here. Here comes FaZe. Oh! Looking smooth. All these guys are. All right, Blades Friday gets the white flag as he gets taken out. He takes himself out on that pole doing a fangster. He looked like Superman for a minute, flying through the air like a human cannonball. It doesn't matter. He's on the last lap, and he is still 10 seconds out front. FaZe holding down 2nd. Money Melton in 3rd. Working his way around SMG. And Super Sandy in 4th. Oh, let's see if this lapper is an issue. Oh, Super Sandy off the track, not a problem. Moto Sensei in 5th. Blades Friday getting ready to do Larocco's leap for the last time. Let's see if he's got something for the crowd here. Oh, he's off the track. He does not get a good drive. Let's see if he can even get over Larocco's leap. He heaves it. Barely makes it. He's getting ready to lap his teammate Sean here. Big congrats to Blades Friday for getting the second Moto win here at Redbud. All business over the finish line. Faye's in second place, bringing it home. In third for now, we got Sandy. But Money Melton right there. They're going bar to bar over the finish. It's going to be hard to see who wins. Sandy thinks he won. Sandy in third place. Money Melton in fourth. Moto Sensei in fifth. Grungy in sixth. Grungy going down right there. Now Grungy's in sixth. Bushy finishing in seventh. Bob Hizzle in eighth. We'll see if he can, if he keeps that red plate or not. The Artist finishing in ninth. In 10th place, rounding out the top 10, is Logs. Now Logs, oh, that was very impressive. It was like a swivel hip kick, front full body extended flip, kind of like a gymnast there. All right, we're about to see these results. It looks like Blue Crew number 707 finished in 11th. All right, Moto heads, these are the results. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple pictures of this. All right, so Tom said he was practicing for another league and he forgot to switch bikes. That's why he was on the 250. And he has a little Pink Panther pitcher who looks like he's saying that stuff. It's pretty cool. 20 Moto heads in the chat because we're getting ready to start the Alpha Bird class. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set up this lobby, Moto heads. I'm having some slight technical difficulties. Please leave a comment if we are still on air, Moto heads. Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you very much. I cannot figure out how to make a private lobby once I'm broadcasting. Anybody knows it? Well, I'll do some research after today. The invitation has been sent out to the Alpha Bird class. So we'll see how many riders join up. And if we have any leftover game spots, I'll go ahead and send out another invite. They're rolling in. We got MX Barry in here this week, Moto heads. We got Fangster. We got Drips from England, number 60. The Crypt Keeper is up in there. We got Moto Monster in here this week. And I'm going to go ahead and send out another invite. Looks like we're going to get less Alpha Bird riders signing up this week than last week, but that's all right. We're going to fill the rest of the gate with a bunch of people to get in their way when they're lapping them. Should be fun. All right, so that's the last invite I'm going to send out to the Alpha Bird squad. I'm going to send out an invite now to the guys you just saw race. They're all warmed up on these tracks. They're ready to go. They're ready to bring it to these guys. Super Sandy already joined. We just had somebody leave. I'm not sure who that was. No Jab Wolf in here again. Jab Wolf is rare to see in the lobby nowadays. All right, so we got a comment from Kobe Bryant, who should be in this lobby as far as I'm concerned. I believe Kobe Bryant, did you not get an invite? If not, join on me. Come on in here and race with these guys. Kobe Bryant, the NFL Hall of Famer. He's known for kicking the baseballs through the hula hoop. And, Kobe Bryant's at work. Be quiet, everybody. Don't tell his boss that he's doing this right now. Okay, I sent out a invite to the other guys now, so let's go ahead and jump up into this lobby. All right, we got a little bit of friction in the chat here, Motoheads. There's some drama between Kobe Bryant and Barry. Is Fangster riding an experimental bike, or is that just the kit? What is that? We got 16 riders in here, Motoheads. That's pretty cool. Big thanks to all you guys for showing up. I'm pretty excited. I hope you are too. We're getting ready to kick this thing off. We got Keto here, Motoheads from Canada. This guy's one of my favorite riders here. Dirt Bikes for Life in the chat. All right, Motoheads, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get this. That was a very short time in the warm-up lobby. But I just can't wait. So Fankster says he's on a normal bike. I kind of figured so. We have a full lobby here, Dirt Bikes for Life. We can get you in next week, probably. Do any of you Motoheads have a prediction on how this race is going to go? We got some heavy hitters in here. The red plate holder is Crypt Keeper. Let's see if we can find him. There he is. He's got the red plate. Things are about to get serious here. Oh, you're riding. Okay, cool. Nice. They're all taking their time selecting these gates, a very important part of the process here. So far, the riders are all picking the left side gates. Are right. Looks like Keto lined up to the right there. Blades Friday going pretty far out there to the right side, our left. This is going to be a classic. They've got their game faces on. The gate is down. MX Barry out front with the hole shot. Looking absolutely fantastic. Giving every rider behind MX Barry a fantastic view of what a motocross rider should look like from behind. And then you got Fankster running in second place, number 223, trying to turn it up. If MX Barry pulls away from this, the rest of this field and dominates, I would not be surprised. But then again, Fankster is one fast dude. We got Blades Friday running in third on a Stronghold Honda. He is in the Roosters class, and he just got passed by Drips from England. Good battle here so far up front for the third place spot. We got 3-4 guys in it. Here comes the Crypt Keeper trying to work his way through these guys. Blades now pushed back to sixth place. The Crypt Keeper goes through these guys like a hot knife through butter. Oh, and I'm not sure what's going on now. Hold on, let's go back out front. We got MX Berry out front, leading them through, getting the green flag. We got Fangster in second place, blitzing into the whoops, keeping MX Berry in sight. In third place, the Crypt Keeper, number 790. He is the red plate holder, the points leader, trying to work his way into the lead. Blades Friday keeping the Crypt Keeper honest, which is a very difficult thing to do. The Crypt Keeper is no joke, and Blades Friday has a whole pack behind him. We got Drips, number 60 from England, giving Blades Friday all he can handle. Different rhythms through this section. And Blades Friday comes out on top. Drips goes down. Moto Monster now up into fifth place, number 461, and he is battling out with Skur. I believe Skur is Moto Monster's teammate. Bar to bar over the finish line jump. Advantage Skur running in fifth place. 1986 called, and 1986 wants its rims back. Skur rocking a 40 ouncer while he's racing. Very cool. Drips now up into sixth. Skur back into seventh. We got some fantastic battles going on here in the Alpha class. This is cool. Look at this, Motoheads. This is a crazy race. Blades Friday in there. And Skur gets reset. That's going to put Blades Friday right behind Drips and Moto Monster. Moto Monster now up into fourth. He came to play today. He came to play. All right, Fangster now pushed back to third because the Crypt Keeper got around him. And then MX Berry has a 4-second lead on the Crypt Keeper. Time to leave some comments here, Motoheads. Who's going to win this moto? I predict it's going to be one of these two people. The Crypt Keeper can barely see MX Berry there. He has incentive. He has a target. And MX Berry is very pleasant to be close to. Fangster in third. Drips in fourth now. Duking it out with Moto Monster. Here's where the race is right here. Moto Monster hitting the hay bales, losing all his drive in the whoops. And that's going to put Blades Friday right behind him. Still 7 minutes left. Can't keep up. Can't count out the Crypt Keeper. That was a bit of a tongue twister there. I agree. The Crypt Keeper is an absolute badass. Always hauling the mail. Everywhere he goes. All right, Blades Friday duking it out with Skur here. If you guys don't know who Skur is, go check out his YouTube channel. Keto coming out of nowhere. Well, actually coming out of Canada. Number 66 riding the Suzuki. Oh boy. And he wants to get around Skur. I guarantee you that. Can Keto pass Skur? Oh, I think he can. Skur just made a mistake. Keto clears that triple clean. Getting around Skur. Can he make that pass stick? Skur wants it back. Those rims are blinding that Skur has. And the rumor is that the rims on Skur's bike are actually made out of solid 24 karat gold. Not the most lightweight, a little malleable. Oh, Skur off the track, down, face into the ground. Keto now in 6th, just working his way up methodically like a technician. That's not a bad nickname for Keto, the technician. And now the technician making a move on El Jefe. Oh no, the technician into the dirt, over the bars, on the ground, getting squished by his own motorcycle. And that takes some pressure off El Jefe. El Jefe now running in the top 5. Drips in 4th. Fangster still in 3rd place. Solid. And then the Crypt Keeper in 2nd. MX Berry's got a 9-second lead. There's 4 minutes left on the clock. Anything can happen. But this is a dominatrix performance by MX Berry, doing a crazy trick there. That was very impressive. Look at that one. I'm like, oh, my heart is pittering. My heart is pattering. All right, the Crypt Keeper in 2nd place. The Crypt Keeper doing that pro line, turning the triple into something weird. And the Crypt Keeper has left Fangster behind. Fangster is getting lonely. If it wasn't for these lappers, Fangster would be he would just feel secluded, like a hermit. And then he got 4th place, Drips. El Jefe holding strong in 5th place, towing the line for his team. Not sure what team he is on. Keto in 6th, duking it out with Skur. This is the battle right here between these two ultra-fast superstars. Keto representing Canada. Skur going to the inside in the sand, getting around him. Skur is representing normal land, normal American stuff. And Keto, riding from Canada, acting like that's just, that there's nothing wrong with that. And I like that about Keto. He's just out there in public like nothing's wrong with being Canadian. That's so cool. He is so brave. Very brave man. All right, let's see who can do what here. A lapper getting in the mix. These guys are pretty much the same pace right now. So Keto's fastest lap time is a minute. Pretty much a minute and a half. Skur coming up short. Here comes Keto. Yeah, a minute and a half. Almost identical. Skur a little bit faster, but almost identical lap times. Keto up in 6th now. Can Skur get him back? Blades in 8th, respectively. Moto Sensei in 9th. Bob Hizzle in the top 10. Very cool. There's Dirt Bikes for Life. Somebody just went flying past Dirt Bikes for Life. That was crazy. Super Sandy getting in front of him. Dirt Bikes for Life. Oh, he was trying to get out of the way of MX Berry, and it cost him. He let a rider by that he was racing with. Let's go Blades. Indeed. The Artist running in 13th. Cybertron in 14th. We got Tom now on a 450, running in 15th. And then Sean back in 16th respectively. The Crypt Keeper getting by him there. And MX Berry, like I said, a dominatrix performance by this legend. The Crypt Keeper running in second. We're going to go to Redbud after this. We're going to see which one of these two shines on the outdoors. Fangster, this is just a ride in the park for Fangster. He's been in third place almost the whole moto. And I do like your kit, Fangster, by the way. Drips in fourth place. The 2-lap board is out. El Jefe in fifth still. Skur in sixth. But this battle is not over. Keto is still right behind Skur. These guys got sweaty palms. All right, in eighth place, you got Blades Friday. In ninth, Super Sandy. Bob Hizzle wants to take that away from him. MX Berry on the last lap. Let's see how MX Berry gets through this long rhythm section. The quad look back point through the handlebars to Ranrap Whizzlewhacker. About to get the checkers here. MX Berry, number 65. The best smelling rider on the track. With a crazy, I don't know what that was, but it was cool. Then you got second place, the Crypt Keeper. All business over the finish line. Let's see what Fangster does. This guy's nuts. He's off the chain. He's wacky. Oh, wow. Drip's doing all kinds of stuff. In fifth place, Moto Monster. Holding it down in the top 5. Skur in sixth, right behind him. And then Keto finishing in seventh. Good job by Keto. Eighth place is Blades Friday. I believe he is the top rooster class rider in this field. And he does a knack. Moto Sensei in ninth place. Baby. And then Bob Hizzle finishing in 10th, rounding out the top 10 here in A1. Thank you to all you racers for showing up. Very, very exciting race. Here's your results. Here are your results. All right, Motoheads, don't go anywhere. We're about to do the second moto. It's going to be at Redbud. MX Barry thinks I'm joking. All right, Motoheads, it's time. Let's take this outside. Redbud is about to be insane. I did go to the Redbud Nationals 2 years in a row, back about the turn of the millennium. Saw Stefan Roncada basically beat the living shit out of Travis Pastrana. And I also saw Sebastian Tortelli basically beat the living shit out of Ricky Carmichael out there. Travis Pastrana did win the championship the year that Ron beat him. It was a classic championship that year. I don't remember if it was 2000 or 2001. We got 20 Motoheads in the chat. I'm ecstatic about that. That's only going to grow week after week. We're going to put Saturday morning cartoons out of business, if that's still a thing. Broke my heart when they canceled Thundar the Barbarian. I was devastated. Two things in my life have been very upsetting: when they canceled Thundar the Barbarian, and one time McDonald's took the Filet-O-Fish off the menu. Both things made me cry. We are one rider short of a full gate here. Not sure where the 16th rider went. Maybe somebody can jump in there real fast. This is not a private lobby. You can join on me. All right, these guys are about to get serious. Oh, we did it. It happened. Somebody joined. Woohoo! Somebody rejoined. It was Dirt Bikes for Life that left. Okay. Maybe it was him that rejoined. All right, they got their game faces on here at Redbud. The gate is down. We got Keto out front with the Crypt Keeper. Keto, absolutely one of my favorite dudes out here. That's why I give him a hard time sometimes, because I like him. Oh, Keto down. We got Drips now in second place. Coming up behind the Crypt Keeper. Drips from England. He goes to the outside. The Crypt Keeper goes to the inside. Crypt Keeper back to second place. Drips gets this pass. Will the Crypt Keeper have anything for him? Can Drips make this pass stick and pull out a lead on the rest of the field? In third place, we got El Jefe having a great start. Looking fantastic. Number 461 there. Right behind him, MX Barry, fan favorite. Moto Monster goes down. MX Barry gets into the top three. That's going to make the Crypt Keeper sweat if he's listening to this broadcast. Telecasted via satellite worldwide. All right, Moto heads. MX Barry using that Honda like a little toy. And then the Crypt Keeper in second place. Not happy with it. He wants to be out front. Whenever Drips talks to the Crypt Keeper, the Crypt Keeper can't understand him. He's way too British. Okay, here comes the Crypt Keeper, mimicking the lines of Drips. Oh, the Crypt Keeper off the track, making a mistake. And that's going to give these two a chance to catch up. MX Berry in front of Moto Monster, but not for long. Moto Monster gets the pass back. They're bar to bar over the big tabletop jump. And look at this over Larocco's leap. That is a thing of beauty right there. That is cool. Moto Monster giving MX Berry all he can handle. What a battle we got for third place here at Redbud. And they are creeping up on second. The Crypt Keeper struggling a little bit more here at the outdoor race, but still running in second either way. And this guy laying it down, looking like he should be working on a dairy farm as a dairy cow, giving milk. The Crypt Keeper still in second. MX Berry on fire. Tank full of nitrous. Keeping it low and to the inside, unlike the Crypt Keeper. Making up some time on the Crypt Keeper. Will the Crypt Keeper give in to the pressure? Oh, MX Berry making a small mistake. And Moto Monster now keeping MX Berry in sight. Very impressive ride from Moto Monster. These guys out front are, oh boy, that frightened me there, Moto Monster. Don't do that to me again. I almost had a heart attack. All right, we got Fangster running in fifth. And I would suspect that Fangster might be catching up to Moto Monster just because Fangster is so fast. Keto running in sixth. As I'm praising Fangster, here comes Keto. Keto about to make the pass on Fangster. Keto just has more than Fangster can handle here, I think. And just as I say that, Fangster takes off. All right, the Crypt Keeper now back to third place. I missed what happened up here, unfortunately, Moto Heads, but MX Berry got around the Crypt Keeper. And now MX Berry is on a mission. 5 seconds behind the leader with 6 minutes left in this race. This is good out front. These top three riders, all of them 100% premium stock. Okay, here comes the Crypt Keeper up on MX Berry. These two have battled so many times in other leagues. This is like a Rox and Tomac thing right here. The Crypt Keeper getting around MX Berry. Can he make it stick? The Crypt Keeper back into second place. Very cool. MX Berry off the track and getting reset. And that's going to give Moto Monster a little bit of motivation, a little bit of fuel in his tank. Whenever you see somebody make a mistake like that in front of you, it lights your fire. All right, MX Berry trying to put in another bid for second place. Leave a comment, Moto Heads. Can MX Berry pass the Crypt Keeper? And it's one thing to pass him, it's another thing to hold him back behind you. Oh, the Crypt Keeper makes a mistake. Here comes MX Berry. MX Berry to the inside. What a battle. What a battle. MX Berry getting back around the Crypt Keeper. They're swapping positions back and forth, scraping plastics. We got a Suzuki and a Honda. They're about to make a KTM if they rub enough. All right, MX Berry going to try to make a move over Larocco's leap here on the Crypt Keeper. The Crypt Keeper comes up short. MX Berry can taste second place. MX Berry making a slight bobble. And both of these guys have reeled in the leader. Drips now only with a 4-second lead, even less than that. This is winding down to be an epic 3-person battle for the victory here at Redbud. 3 warriors clashing on this battlefield, and only one of them is going to come out on top, absolutely humiliating the other 2. All right, MX Berry now being very consistent. If you want to know how to ride this track, you can just watch MX Berry. Oh, look out front now, Moto heads. We can see the leader here from 3rd place. That's going to light MX Berry's fire. And the Crypt Keeper pulling it in. Drips makes a mistake. The Crypt Keeper now in 1st place. If the Crypt Keeper wins this race, he wins the overall. The Crypt Keeper gets reset. That was heartbreaking, I ain't gonna lie. MX Berry in 2nd and Drips in 3rd. Look at this. This is cool. Oh no, MX Berry off the track. Drips trying to repass the Crypt Keeper and get back out into the lead. There's about 3 minutes left. Let's see what happens in this turn. The Crypt Keeper to the inside. Both of them sticking that inside line. MX Berry fudges it up just a little bit. In 4th now, we got Keto. Top Canadian rider in here. And then Fangster in 5th. There's all kinds of history between these 2. Skur running in 6th. First time talking about Skur in this moto. Running in 6th, looking good. And then we got Blades Friday in 7th. Very consistent. Moto Sensei, number 19th in 8th place. Super Sandy in 9th. Moto Monster pulled off the track. Not sure what's going on there. And we got Bob and the Artist duking it out here. Kind of in the back of the pack, respectively. Cybertron. And I'm not sure who that is. Oh, that looked like it hurt. All right, the Crypt Keeper out front. And Drips in 2nd place, not too far back. He's 5 seconds behind him. There's still over a minute left on the clock. It's a long lap. Let's see what happens. MX Berry now in 3rd. And I believe MX Berry has what it takes to reel in 2nd place Drips and make the pass. And right after we're done with this broadcast, after I read the overall results, if anybody hangs out that long, Race Day Live is going to be starting. IRL Supercross. And what I do in Race Day Live myself, Moto Heads, I watch the first qualifying segment, and then I go for a walk, and I come back and I watch the second qualifying segment. I don't know about you guys, but I find Race Day Live to be cringe. You got Adam Cincerillo looking like Kermit the Frog, staring at people while they talk. You got Justin Brayton. I love to see it. I love to smell it. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I love to smell it. I love to see it. And then you got a bunch of goofy stuff in between. Jeremy McGrath should not be seen in public anymore. He's disgusting looking. MX Berry left the squad. What just happened? Are you kidding me? MX Berry, leave a comment. What is happening right now? And Moto Monster left the squad. He had already pulled over. Hopefully this is not all technical problems here. Or actually, hopefully it is. All right, we got the Crypt Keeper out front. In second place is Drips. This is a battle for the lead with the 2-lap board out. All right, so Drips now bar to bar with the Crypt Keeper. Drips out in the lead. The Crypt Keeper. Oh, this is going to be good. Drips trying to block the Crypt Keeper. And they are dealing with some lappers. The Crypt Keeper coming up short on the Rocco's Leap. They're about to get the white flag once they get through these rollers. All right, here it is. This is what it's all about right here. The battle for the lead on the last lap. I've got my money on the Crypt Keeper. And so does J Money. Ka-ching! Speaking of money, J Money in the chat. Thank you for showing up, J Money. Honor and a pleasure to have you in here. You're an absolute legend yourself. The Crypt Keeper going to the outside, trying to get around Drips. What a battle on the last lap here at Redbud for the W. The Crypt Keeper gets back by. These guys have swapped positions I don't know how many times this race. Like I said, he's on a yellow bike. Oh, Drips went down. I missed that. Drips in second place. Oh, no, off the track. Oh, Keto's too far back to make a move. Keto in a podium position. I love it. Big respect to number 66. And J Money's going to the Supercross race today, if I read that right. That would make me in a particular category. The Crypt Keeper is about to get the W. The win for Crypt Keeper. Drips in second place. Keto here in third. A little ways back. Big respect to Keto. Thank you for showing up and racing. And an outstanding result. Skur up into fourth place. I don't know how he got that far ahead, but very cool. Well, he got that far ahead because he's a badass. And then Fangster in fifth pulled over to the side of the track as well. Oh, he's waiting for somebody. Fangster has vengeance on his mind or something. Oh, he's off the track. He just lost fifth place. Not sure what that was about. Blades Friday getting sixth. Moto Sensei in seventh. Sandy in eighth. The Artist in ninth place. In 10th, you got Tom, number 11th. Bob Hizzle back in 11th. As the clock is winding down and we are about to see the full results. Yeah, J Money going to the IRL Supercross race today, and that puts me in a particular category. That puts me in the category of peanut butter and jealous. All right, here are the results, Motoheads. I'm going to take a photo. All right, Motohead. So concludes the Saturday morning Moto Club. I'm going to figure out the overall results and we're gonna see how many of you hang out and actually listen to them. I will be back in a couple of minutes here. All right, Motorhead. So I got viewers dropping like flies, and it's going to be silly to figure out the overall results right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of here. I thank you all for showing up and watching. I thank you all for showing up and racing. And we will see you all in the next Moto.